Hello everyone, welcome back to the course on control systems, and in this video we are going to study mechanical rotational systems. So in mechanical systems there are two types we do consider when we go for analyzing the control systems and doing the mathematical model. The first one is a translational system that we have seen in the previous videos. And now we are going to study the mechanical system. We are going to define the mathematical model of mechanical system in terms of rotation. When a torque is applied to a mechanical rotational system, then what is the impact? Maybe the output can be the displacement, angular displacement, or angular velocity, or angular acceleration, theta, omega and alpha. And this is torque. So these effects like angular displacement, velocity or acceleration based on three ideal elements we consider in rotational systems. As we have already seen in a mechanical translational system, in mechanical system we have taken the mass to represent weight, and the frictional effects are represented by the damper element, the dash pot we consider, and for the stiffness we do taken the spring element, and if you are new to this video, please go through the previous lecture to understand mechanical translational systems. Here in mechanical rotational system, three ideal elements we take are the moment of inertia of mass and rotational frictional coefficient and torsional spring with stiffness, that is represented by K. Here the input we give to the rotational system is torque. In mechanical system the input was the force and the output is the linear displacement, and when torque is applied to mechanical rotational system depends on the type of element. See, the diagrams are shown here for the moment of inertia of mass and the damper element and the spring. So these three elements are shown here individually to understand the responsive torque when external torque is applied to the element, that is actually governed by Newton's law of motions. And based on the type of element, whether it is mass or the damper element or the spring, we have the responsive torques at the element as the angular displacement at the spring element and angular velocity at the damper element and angular acceleration at the mass element. Here the first element is shown as a moment of inertia of mass, that is the moment of inertia of the system is assumed to be concentrated at the center of the gravity of the body. So when a torque is applied to the element, then the reaction torque is the displacement is actually in the direction where the torque is applied, and so the reaction torque on this mass element due to the external torque applied is represented as Tj. This is directly proportional to alpha, acceleration, and taking the proportionality this can be represented as product of J into alpha. Alpha is nothing but second derivative of the angular displacement, d squared theta divided by dt square, and this equation is governed by the Newton's law of motion. So by Newton's second law of motions, the reaction torque is equivalent to J into d squared theta divided by dt square. Here a damping, this is actually represented by a dash pot with a viscous friction coefficient B, and whenever a torque is applied, external torque is applied to the damper element and it is opposed by the damping torque, we can represent that as a damping torque, that is directly proportional to, so the angular displacement is in the direction of where the torque is applied, and the opposing torque at the damper element when external torque is applied is directly proportional to the angular velocity omega. Taking the proportionality constant, this is actually B into omega. So omega, angular velocity, is nothing but the first derivative of the angular displacement. So this torque is the resultant of the applied external torque to the damper element. And at the spring element, when torque is applied and it is the direction is the same as in the direction where the torque is applied, and the opposing torque due to the spring, the stiffness coefficient, that is the elastic deformation of the body, is represented by the spring constant K. And when a torque is applied on the spring element, it is actually twisted by an angle theta. So the theta is in the direction where the torque is applied. So the opposing torque on the spring element when external torque is applied is directly proportional to the angular displacement, and taking this proportionality and constant, it is multiple of K into theta. So the resultant torque at the spring element when external torque is applied is actually K into theta. And here I have shown some mathematical notations to consider, to remember when we want to model a mechanical rotational system. So the input applied to the mechanical rotational system is the torque, and the resultant torques based on the type of element may be the angular displacement, and the unit is radian, and here the unit of the torque is Newton meter. And by the damper element, the resultant is the velocity, angular velocity, that is first derivative of the displacement d theta by dt, and the unit is radian per second. For the mass element, the resultant is directly proportional to the acceleration. So the unit of the acceleration is radian per second squared. And these three elements we do consider mass, damper and spring. The unit of the mass is kilogram meter square per radian, and unit of the damper element is Newton meter per radian per second. Then the unit of spring element is given as Newton meter per radian. So the model is nothing but here theoretically we are going to find the transfer function. So the transfer function is nothing but the Laplace transformation of output to the Laplace transformation of input. Simply saying, in this case, that is theta of S is the angular displacement, is the output, and the input applied is the torque, that is T of S. So when we are going to find a mathematical model of a given system, the step-by-step procedure we follow here as first plotting the free body diagram, and it will help us to extract the torque equations based on the number of elements present in the system. And by applying Newton's law of motions, we can extract the differential equations, and from the differential equations, by rearranging the equation and applying the Laplace transformation, finally we will be able to find the transfer function, that is the mathematical representation of the system given. Let us see one example of a mechanical rotational system with all these three elements connected together. So here a mechanical rotational system is given, that is, it is concentrated, all these three elements, mass, damper and the spring, are concentrated at the center of the body, and here it is actually connected with the reference. Let us find when a torque is applied in the downward direction, let's say here clockwise direction, then the angular displacement is also in the direction where how the torque is applied. So we know already the mass element is to be considered as nodes in a mechanical system, and when external torque is applied. So let us first draw the free body diagram. So the free body diagram of a given rotational system can be drawn as, we first consider the mass element, that is J. So we know all the reactant torques due to the elements present and on the systems are opposite to the external torque. Here external torque is T. So the T is the external torque that is applied in clockwise direction. So the rotation is also in the direction how the torque is applied, and the resultant torques due to the spring element and the mass and damper element are to be shown in opposite direction to the external torques applied to the system. So the resultant torque, the opposing torque due to the spring element is Tk, and by mass Tj, and by the damper element is Tb. By applying Newton's law of motion, so external torque applied here is T, and resisting torques are Tk, Tj and Tb. So by applying Newton's law of motions, what is Tj? Tj is actually J into d squared theta divided by dt squared, and Tb is nothing but that is directly proportional to the angular velocity. So B into omega, that is d theta by dt, and the opposing torque due to the spring element is K into theta. And next step, we have seen in the previous lecture that according to D'Alembert's principle, the algebraic sum of all the forces acting on a body is equivalent to 0. So the concept here is, so the algebraic sum of all torques acting on applied and acting on rotational system, that is external torque T plus, and the resisting torques, that is by damper element plus mass element plus the stiff element, are equivalent to 0. So summation of the external torque and torque by spring, mass, damper are equivalent to 0. In another way we can say that the external torque applied to the system is equivalent to all the torques reacting on the elements given in the systems. So let us write this equation here. What is Tb? That is B into d theta by dt, and because this is resisting torque to the external torques in the system, it is given with the negative sign. So minus Tj, J into d squared theta divided by dt squared, this is the resisting torque, and opposing torque due to the stiff element minus K into theta equal to 0, and T is equivalent to, and I am taking this negative term to the right side, equation 1. And here we are doing the mathematical model that is actually the transfer function of the system, that is given as the Laplace transformation of output, angular displacement, to the Laplace transformation of input, that is T of S, torque. So taking the Laplace transformation of the differential equation, this is the differential equation of given system. So Laplace transformation of theta, say with theta of t is actually theta of s, and Laplace transformation of d theta divided by dt, so of dt we can say that is s into theta of s, and Laplace transformation of d squared theta divided by dt is s squared theta of s. So taking Laplace transformation of the equation 1, Laplace transformation of equation 1, so we get here J, B and K are constant, and by taking the Laplace transformation, the equation is written as T of S into S square theta of S plus B into S theta of S plus K into theta of S. So taking the common terms outside, I am taking theta of S outside. So we need to find theta of Es divided by Ts is written as 1 divided by Js squared plus Bs plus K. So this is the mathematical model, the transfer function of a given rotational system which is having all all three ideal elements. And in further videos we will see some more examples having multiple moment of inertia, multiple nodes, and how to find the transfer function of the given system. Hope you understood the topic of mechanical rotational system, and if you have any queries and doubts, feel free to post it in comment box. Thank you.